All right, let's jump right into it. Imagine this. You're a young prince poised to inherit a kingdom, and suddenly you're exiled by a jealous stepmother, no less.
Yeah, tough start.
And then if that wasn't enough, a wise sage tells you have just 4 months left to live. I mean, wow. What would you do with that bombshell?
It's a heavy question.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into Prince Sujāta's divine rebirth and the sage's wisdom, an incredible ancient narrative. It comes from sources steeped in, well, early Buddhist traditions.
Right.
Our mission is to extract the most profound, maybe surprising insights from this tale about destiny, virtue, and how embracing life's impermanence can lead to something truly extraordinary. All custom tailored for you.
What's so powerful about this particular story, and it dates back to just after the Buddha's parinibbana, his final passing, is how it kind of distills these complex ideas.
Yeah.
Like karma and rebirth.
Into something personal.
Exactly. Into a deeply personal, relatable journey. We'll see that past actions aren't some rigid fate, but more like a dynamic force shaping the present, and how wisdom truly can guide us toward, well, an extraordinary future.
Okay, so our story opens in the kingdom of Osaka. We meet Prince Sujāta, the king's eldest son, facing this unimaginable betrayal at just 16.
16, yeah.
His father's new queen, she wants the throne for her own son, and basically orchestrates his exile.
Is Sujāta.
Heartbroken, but surprisingly compliant, he chooses to just live in the forest, among humble forest dwellers.
Now, this isn't just a plot point. It's actually the first big insight here.
How so?
Well, instead of fighting for his birthright or, seeking refuge with powerful allies.
Which you might expect.
Right. He deliberately chooses humility. He avoids conflict. And this act, it reflects this deep-seated inner wisdom. It hints at past good karma or merits that had already set him on a pretty fortunate path.
So it's less about passivity and more about a conscious choice.
Precisely. It's a powerful counter-narrative to how we often think about success today, not through external power, but through inner resolve.
Okay, now here's where the journey really pivots. While hunting in his new forest home, Sujāta starts chasing this mysterious deer.
Ah, yes, the deer.
But it's not just any animal, it's a divine being in disguise, apparently, and it leads him directly to this remote hermitage.
The hermitage of the venerable Mahakāyana, a renowned sage.
It's almost like destiny itself is, guiding him there.
And that's exactly the point, I think. Mahakāyana, who has this clairvoyant insight, immediately sees Sujāta's noble bearing. He knows his past just by looking at him.
Wow.
So after welcoming the prince, he doesn't really mince words. He gives him a teaching focused on virtuous living, nonviolence, truthfulness, gratitude. Standard stuff, but important.
But
then comes the stark, life-altering revelation. Your death is near. Within just 4 months, O prince. Know this, he says, and liberate yourself.
That's a lot to take in, especially for a 16-year-old. Or anyone, really. His first reaction, a very human one, is to ask, is there any place, any action, any knowledge that can grant immortality? Is there any way out?
Mahakāyana's response isn't meant to be morbid. It's more like an urgent, liberating lesson on impermanence.
Impermanence, okay.
He explains that death spares no one. Not the wealthiest kings, the bravest warriors, the most learned scholars, or even ascetics.
Not even the enlightened ones.
Even arahants, those who've achieved complete enlightenment, transcended all defilements. They too must eventually relinquish their physical bodies. The message is crystal clear. Death is inescapable.
So what's the point then?
The point isn't about avoiding death. It's that a life lived virtuously, filled with merit, ensures a fortunate rebirth. It's about transforming your reality before death arrives. It's about living with intention.
Deeply moved by this truth, Sujāta doesn't despair, which is amazing. Instead, he declares his unwavering faith in the triple gem, the Buddha, the Dhamma, his teachings, and the Sangha, the community.
Even though the Buddha himself had already passed into parinibbana at this point.
Right. And he vows to observe the 5 precepts, basically. Core ethical guidelines like non-harming, truthfulness, and dedicate every single remaining moment to meritorious acts. It's this incredible shift from potential despair to real purpose.
It truly is. And Mahakāyana then advises Sujāta to return to his kingdom. He even gives him sacred Buddha relics to venerate.
Does he go back and try to claim the throne?
No, and what's striking is his humility. He actually declines the throne, he accepts his fate, tells his father about his impending death, only 4 months left, and this act.
It inspires his father.
Yes, his father is so moved, he also takes refuge in the Dhamma. And Sujāta just remains completely steadfast in his precepts and generosity, right up until the very end.
And the outcome, it's just astounding reading about it.
Tell us.
Upon his death, after those 4 months, Sujāta isn't just reborn, he manifests in the Tavatisa heaven, one of the heavenly realms, with this magnificent celestial chariot.
Huge, right? 7 yojanas in size.
Which is, yeah, an immense ancient unit of distance. We're talking grand scale. It's adorned with gold, gems, attended by thousands of divine maidens.
Wow.
And he even returns as a deva, a divine being, to visit Mahakakayana and his father. He fulfills his promise.
And this isn't just, a literal reward like winning the lottery. It's a powerful symbolic representation
Of his good deeds.
of how his virtuous deeds and profound devotion, especially venerating those Buddha relics, transformed his very being, his reality. The chariot vividly illustrates that karma isn't just about some future outcome. It's a dynamic force shaping your experience now and next.
Living with intentionality.
Exactly. Living with intentionality and virtue can manifest extraordinary realities, even when you're facing inevitable change.
From exiled prince to divine being, what an incredible transformation. This deep dive into Prince Sujata's story, it really reminds us that even with the inevitability of change and death, our choices, our actions in this life, they have truly profound ripple effects.
Not just for us, but for everyone around us too.
Yeah.
So this leaves us with a controlling question for you. In your own life, in this world of constant flux, constant change, how does understanding these principles impermanence, the profound power of virtuous action, how does that change what you prioritize? How might it shape how you choose to live your own remaining days, however many they may be?